Boom. Keep them coming.
What's going on, everyone? Bobbybarks here, and welcome back to my Journeyman series here on FM24. We started on FM23, we've ported the save across to FM24, so we're now on FM24, and we're on episode 17. We're roughly 13 seasons into the game from the point you start in FM23, but this is episode 17. In episode 16, you saw us clinch the title with Napoli. I'm literally starting the game off here where we finished off in the previous episode. However, as you'll have seen from the thumbnail and the title of this video, we don't just have one new job, but we have two new jobs. That's right, we're leaving Napoli, Serie A, and the magical moments that we had in the last episode, but we're going to pastures new for a new challenge, both internationally and nationally. So our first new job is our first job in international management. There were a couple of nations that relieved their managers, but Belgium asked us if we'd be interested in managing them. And I thought, do you know what? We've done 13 seasons, we've won a lot of domestic competitions and trophies. I think it's time to test ourselves on the international stage. So I have taken on the Belgium job. Now, in terms of world rankings, they are 8th. The highest world ranking that they've ever held is 1st, and the lowest is 71st. But at the minute, they are 8th. Romelu Lukaku is their all-time top scorer, and Thibaut Courtois is their most capped player. This is their current best 11, and because we're so far into the future, most of these are made up of new gens. The only player left on there that is a real player is Romeo Lavia, who currently plays his trade at Chelsea in real life. Not sure where he's playing in this one, but we'll have a look shortly. However, this is their best 11. Romeo Lavia is currently playing at Newcastle and earns £550,000 a week there. Ridiculous money. 31 years old, 130 caps and 4 goals, though he has been a very decorated player for Belgium. Looking through the squad then, we can see Van der Voort is there, who was our keeper at the start of our journey at Napoli, but he decided to move on to pastures new after we received a big bid, so he left. He's a real player, by the way, but Martin van der Voort had him for a period of time at club level, will now be managing him on the international stage. Mozambo is a real player, I believe, as well. And then I'm not quite sure. Duranville, I think, is a real player. But the rest pretty much look like new gens. There may be one or two players I just don't recognise in there that are real. But, yeah, quickly sorting them by transfer value. And Joe Thunis, who is an advanced forward striker, is worth between 278 and 333 million. Incredible. 20-year-old Jadon Shelstrate, I think that's how you'll pronounce it, is also a world-class player by the looks of that, just at the tender age of 20. Unbelievable. There's another striker there, Timmerman, worth over 200 million. And the goalkeeper, Bart Carton, looks like he's a world-class keeper as well. So we have the makings of a decent squad. Let's have a look at their history. So looking at their history, they have just been the European International League winners, which is, I think, like the Nations League, I think, that it might be more known as. I'm not quite sure, European International League. But they've just won that this year, just a couple of months ago they've just won it. And it doesn't look like they've won any European Championships or World Cups since this save started. So looks like they've got a good squad, ranked 8th, like I say. We'll be coming up to a major competition in 2036, which will be the European Championships, I believe, because the World Cup was 22, 26, 30, 34, 38. Yeah, so the European Championships will be in 2036. So we're working towards that one at the minute. Not quite sure whether we've already qualified. Let's have a look at the schedule. Okay, looking at the European Football Championships for 2036, it says the holders are Holland and the hosts are Holland and Belgium. So I think we have automatically qualified because I can't find any fixtures in the schedule. So looking at that, Holland and Belgium are hosting it, which I think they did when I was a bit younger. Like, was it Euro 2000 maybe, I think was Holland and Belgium as well. But yeah, it looks like we're a host nation, so there's no fixtures in our schedule to qualify for this. Looking at the schedule then, they got to the quarterfinals of the World Cup in 2034 and they're knocked out of the quarterfinals to Brazil 4-3. And then they played in this European League Division A Group 2, getting good results against Denmark and Spain and Norway. Although they lost 3-0 away at Norway, which is quite surprising. And then in 2035, they got through to the semi-finals where they beat Germany and then beat Portugal in the final. So they are the European International League champions, but that is the only trophy that they have got. It's going to be difficult, but not impossible. I think it's a good challenge. I like doing international tournaments. The problem is with being an international manager is that the game can be quite boring in between international matches, particularly competitive matches when you've already qualified for a tournament and you're only playing friendlies. So we will still be managing a club. So I will be wearing a dual hat. I'll be Belgian manager and I'll also be a club manager. We are leaving Napoli, like I said earlier, and we're going to take on a new challenge somewhere else. And that somewhere else is Sao Paulo in Brazil. So as you know, I really wanted to do a South American team, and this opportunity came up. I wanted a fairly biggish team, one that had a decent transfer budget that we could utilise to build the squad up in our own image. Sao Paulo are a big team. I don't know if you'll know, but there's quite a lot of big players that have come through Sao Paulo. Anthony and Casemiro, currently at Manchester United, both came through Sao Paulo. The likes of Kaká, Danielson, Eder Militao, who I think now plays at Real Madrid. You know, they're all players that have come through the Sao Paulo ranks. Cafu, again, famous right-back, famous Brazilian right-back, came through Sao Paulo. So they're a massive club in Brazilian history. Pretty sure Adriano as well, who was a striker, maybe even Rivaldo, I think, played his trade here as well. So lots of big players that have come through this club, and it's one I'm really, really excited to start going with and sharing with you. So in terms of who they are then, they have a 77,000 capacity stadium which was built in 1960. They have state-of-the-art training facilities, superb youth facilities, and exceptional youth recruitment. Transfer budget of 63 million. They're rich, and they boast an impressive club history in terms of their successes. They have 3 Copa Libertadores, which is the South American Champions League. They have 1 Club World Championship. They have 7 Brazilian National First Division titles, and then an array of other championships and titles. They're just a massive club, but have fallen on hard times competitively in recent years. So this is what they're predicting as the best 11. There's a couple of real players still left in there, 4 to be precise, who'll all be getting to a certain age that, you know, will want to change out. You know my philosophy, I like to buy players that are fairly young, that can play the formation and the style that we want to play, because there is a lot of demand on players in terms of pressing, so it needs to be players with high stamina and natural fitness, which is technically what I demand from a lot of these players. And older players don't have that. It starts deteriorating the older they get, so as they get to 30 and early 30s, you know, they're just not capable of doing what I expect them to do on a regular basis. So there's a number of transfer and loan obligations here that we'll sort out in due course. So this is the current table at the minute. They are 4th from bottom. Looks like there's 14 games left. There's 20 teams in this league, so they must play 38 games. So there's 14 games left to get out of it, which is fairly doable. There's only 3 points between us and Grêmio. One of the frustrations we have with Brazil on Football Manager is that they don't have the license for all the proper names, which is why they're down by the 3 names. But you can recognise some of them. Top of the table is Flamengo. You've got Santos in 3rd, Atlético Mineiro in 4th, Fluminense in 5th, Palmeiras in 7th. Can't remember who that is in 6th off the top of my head. Corinthians in 10th, Gremio in 13th, International in 14th. I can't remember them all, but you know, you'll recognise them. I'm sure you will as we end up playing them. But yeah, fourth from bottom. I think it's achievable to avoid relegation. There's 14 games left, and there's only 3 points between us and Gremio. I think those three teams that finish 14th, 15th, 16th don't do anything. Teams that finish 17th and below relegated, and then the teams that finish 13th up to 8th, I think, qualify for Coppa Scudamarato, something like that it's called, which is like the Europa League, and then I think the top 7 qualify for the Copa Libertadores. So yeah, okay, what I will do is I will play all the games off screen, and I'll come back to you and let you see where we finished. I will jump forward in time to that point. Okay, we are back, and we are at the end of the season here with Sao Paulo. We've played our first 14 games and brought the season to a close. We finished 11th, so we did climb up 6 places and finished with 50 points. So we did survive, and we did actually qualify for a continental competition for next season. So let me quickly just go over the results that we had. So, our first game was away to Atletico Mineiro, which we managed to win 1-0. We then drew 2-2 at home, had a good 2-1 win away, lost 1-0 at home here. We beat Vasco da Gama 4-2 away, and then we had back-to-back defeats here, which was a little bit nerving. But then we had 2 home games that we managed to win 4-0 and 3-0. Palmeiras are one of our arch rivals, so this was a fantastic result. A 1-1 draw away, and then a couple of back-to-back wins, in fact 3 wins on the bounce, before we lost our last game against Flamengo, who were the champions, but we only lost 1-0, so quite a decent showing by the boys. In terms of players sorted by average rating, this is what we managed. A lot of the top 2 there barely played. They just had a couple of outings. But our wingers, Anderson and Tamo Tunas, both played really well. And then a couple of other decent players there in Prestiani and Beraldo. So we did all right with the squad that we had. I think once we get into it and start making the transfers that we want to make, moving players out, bringing players in, I think we'll have a decent squad on our hands. So what I'm going to do now is jump forward to the start of next season and show you what activity we've done in the transfer market. Okay, we are back, and as you can see, we are top of the table. We've won every game. Only conceded 5 goals, scored 45, but we've played 14, won 14, which I can't complain about. We've been absolutely brilliant. We have qualified for the Brazilian Sao Paulo State Championship final, and we're playing against Santos in the final, who finished second. They've only lost 1 game. It is over 2 legs, so I will play the first leg as the live com, and then we'll just see what happens with that game and that result as to what we do with the second leg, similar to what we've done in the past. Before I jump into the live com, I just wanted to show you the average ratings. The team have played absolutely wonderful. Aponza, who we signed, the striker that I wanted you to look out for, he scored 9 in 10, so he's done really, really well. Prestiana's played really well again. He was one of the players that played really well for those 14 games that we had in Season 1. He was a brilliant player for us. And then Machuca, he was a new signing. Giaquinto was already here. He was the striker when I first started, but I've been playing him off the right this season. And then we've just, had some wonderful performances from most of us players. Nunes has come in as a goalkeeper. He's played really, really well. I've been really pleased with how we've done. This is the schedule. So I showed you these 2 games here first, where we'd won them both 2-0. We had 4-0, 3-0, 8-1, 4-0, 1-0, 2-0, 4-0, 2-0. Friendly here, 3-0. Brazilian Cup first round, we only just got through. I don't even know who these are. But we only just got through. And then we played a couple more Sao Paulo State games. Brazilian Cup second round, we beat whoever these are 4-1. And then this was the last game in the league stage of the Sao Paulo State. Then we got through to the quarterfinals where we played Inter de Limeira, beat them 3-0. We then had Palmeiras in the semi-final, who we beat 1-0. And then for some reason, we're playing over 2 legs in the final. You know I hate 2-legged finals. I don't know why these people do it. But anyway. And then we've got the Copa Scuderia Americana. Got it right. Straight afterwards, literally 3 days after the second leg final. But for the sake of this video, all I'm going to do is the Sao Paulo State, because I think this video has gone on long enough. So in terms of episode 17 for the series that I'm showing you, I will conclude it with the Sao Paulo State. And then what I'm aiming to do with episode 18 is I will briefly run through up to June somewhere, because I'm conscious that the Euros international competition will take place around here as well somewhere. In terms of manager, I'm going to be flying between Belgium and Brazil every other day if this were real life, but it's not. It's a game, apparently. So yeah, so in terms of what I'll do for episode 18, we'll finish episode 17 here with these games. Episode 18, I'll run through where we got up to about here, and then I'll just dedicate episode 18 to the Euros with Belgium. So let me show you what we've been doing with Belgium before I go into the live com as well. So I took over Belgium after they'd won the International League final against Portugal, if you remember. His first game was against USA. We won 4-1. Then we beat Ghana 3-1. Then we beat Qatar 6-1. Ukraine 2-0. A couple more friendlies. Away at Sweden 1-3-0 and away at Bulgaria 1-2-1. And then we've got the European Championships starting mid-June, 14th of June. So that's where I'll come back in for episode 18. I'll show you where we got to with Sao Paulo, with sort of like halfway through the season, if you like. And then we'll dedicate episode 18 to the Euro. So we've got Ireland, Romania and Slovenia in our group, which will all be tough. I think. Winnable, but tough. I think all 3 games are winnable for us. On paper, we should win all 3, but you never know. Okay, we are here for the first leg of the Sao Paulo State Championship final. We're away to Santos in leg 1. Let's see how we get on. Okay, not much action happening here for the first few minutes of this one, and Giaquinto's playing it through. Aponza, Giaquinto to Danilo, and Sao Paulo are 1-0 up. Well done, boys. That was some fantastic football out there on the right-hand side between some quality players. Giaquinto, Aponza and Danilo have been absolutely wonderful. Anderson plays it in. Chuka, Moreira, and losing the scene. Good start from our boys here. Very, very good start. Keeping Santos at bay. They've not had a highlight or a shot as yet. They've had 2 corners now. They have had a shot, but it wasn't on target. And we're approaching the end of the first half without many. Oh, corner highlight here at the death. Danilo plays it back out to Giaquinto. Plays a wonderful ball across. Danilo's on it again. It's gone all the way back to Ferreira. Machuca's cutting across field. And the highlight goes. It's not a bad first half. It wasn't as dramatic as I was hoping for. I will take 1-0 at half time. We're out for the second half here. And again, things seem fairly quiet. Santos now have a ball in, and they've got an equaliser. Although the referee is checking with VAR. I don't think he could have strayed offside. No, it's been awarded. I'm surprised why they were checking for offside. But first shot on target for Santos, and it is 1-1. Santos have only lost one game. We haven't lost any. Santos have only lost one. So this is definitely going to be a tight affair. Let's make the sub. William with the free kick. It's a good save. It is a corner. Carlos Eduardo's going to whip it in. We've cleared it, but it's going to come straight back. What a finish from Matias Nascimento, and we are 2-1 down. Not good. We're getting into the final few minutes here. Let's bring Prestiani on because he has been one of his better players all season. See if he can conjure something up in these final moments. Game's just run away from us. Run away from us. Not good enough, boys. Not good enough. Defensively, we were poor there, weren't we? I mean, these guys... He didn't have such a great game, to be fair, but he was playing here, and they were all above 7, these 4 here, but the rest of the team were pretty poor. Also, we'll do the second leg as a full live com as well, and I don't want to jump in at the end. I'd rather do it as a full live com, because that one went pretty quick anyway. So we'll jump forward to the second leg and kick off in the same manner. Okay, we are back for the second leg, trying to reverse this 2-1 deficit that we had at the hands of Santos in the first leg. They only lost one game all through the Sao Paulo State Championship, and that game was to us here at this ground, and it was 2-0. If we can replicate that, we will win. But they have a free kick and have hit the bar. Jesus Christ. 20 minutes in, there's only been that free kick from Santos that rattled our crossbar. Ironically, when I did a Journeyman save on FM24, which I didn't put on YouTube, obviously. Oh, they've hit the post and they've scuffed it wide. Jesus. It's a corner. That's twice they've rattled us woodwork and come close. We are struggling here. They've got another highlight. Oh, we've got the ball back. Beraldo, Danilo. Oh no, Asponza's giving it away. I don't like this. I don't like this. Knocking it around fairly easily. I don't like it. Oh, we've nicked it. Come on, Asponzo. Anderson's clear. Come on. Come on, Asponzo's put it in Rowe's head. What was that? Oh. Anderson crosses a ball in and just goes wide. We started getting back into it a little bit, and that is half time. We're going to have to fire these boys up. Tried to fire them up at half time there. Yeah, so what I was saying, FM22, when I did my Journeyman series on my own, I actually managed Santos in that. And we did quite well. Oh my, oh no, he's already booked. It's all going wrong. I've fired him up and I've got a man sent off for doing it. Felipe Anderson. He's only come into the team as well because the other fella was injured. Come on, boys. Come on. We can do this. We can. Even with 10 men. Come on. Let's fire them up. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Oh, well done, Nunes. Well done. This is good. This is good. Keeping the ball well. Well done. Anderson. You're doing well, son. But you're running out of room. Oh, no, no, no. They've nicked it. Oh, no. Not another play sent off. No. Why? Why are you doing this to me? Right, he's going to have to go up top. Anderson can come off for Prestiani. And Prestiani will just have to go in behind him there. I will fire him up again. I don't care. I don't care if it gets me another man sent off. Oh, he's just run out of room. Come on. I just need one goal, I think. One goal should let me win it. If away goals count, let me win it on away goals. Oh, he was offside. He was offside. Surely he was offside. No? No? No. Oh, we've lost it. I like to say it was a valiant effort, but it wasn't even that, was it? We've just got... Oh, what a save. Just gone out like a damp squid. Oh, we hadn't deserved it. They've been the better team. Oh, what are you doing, keeper? He's giving a penalty. He's giving it. Let's just rub salt in the wound, why don't you? Well, things have been so good. But sometimes it's just not meant to be, is it? And it looks like we might get a penalty here at the death, which will mean absolutely 4 stars all. Even if we do score it. Prestiani buries it. But it is too little too late. We're not going to score 2 more goals at this point, are we? With 9 men. Oh! What a finish! Moreira! We will not be beat at home! Oh, well, that was quite a thoroughly enjoyable end, despite losing. The fact that we went 2-0 down and pulled it back to 2-2 is absolutely 9 men. Unbelievable. But it's a shame that we've lost out. But it is what it is. You can't win everything, can you? And, you know, despite us having a good team with a very good tactic, and being quite, well, we've been extremely dominant. You know, we played 14, won 14, didn't we, out of those games? Played 12, won 12 out of the actual league. And then we won as quarter-final and semi-final. So we won 14 games on the bounce. But then, you know, come up against a very, very good team in Santos. They are a fabulous side, fabulous club. And they've beaten us fair and square. Although 2 men sent off, come on. But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you very much for joining us. I'll just skip through these bits here. As always, I really appreciate your view. You know, taking time out of your day just to watch this video means the world to me. If you do enjoy the videos, please do hit that like button. It does help share the video around a little bit more for people who might be interested in Football Manager content coming and watching it. So please do like it if you enjoyed it. And by all means, get involved in the comments. It's great to see comments down below telling me what you think of the video, what you think I should do next, or how things are going, whether you're playing Football Manager, what you're doing at the minute on FM24 if you've got it, or what you think the differences are between FM23 and FM24. I'd love to hear from viewers in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I've lost a lot of subscribers since I've started putting this content out. A lot of people were subscribed to this channel for other video games, and you know, since I've started doing Football Manager, I've lost a lot of subscribers. But you know, I'm doing what I want to do, really. I'm not focused on the subscriber count, but the more the merrier as far as I'm concerned. Having you guys here and watching it means everything as it is. So subscribing, liking, commenting, it's all added bonuses as far as I'm concerned. I am going to do a Tottenham Hotspur video. In fact, I'm going to record it straight after I've recorded this. So I'll be wearing the same clothes. Don't think that I've only got one set of clothes, because I'm not. I've got more. I have today off work. Today's Monday. I've got it off work as a flexi day. I've been at the dentist this morning, so I thought I'd take the whole day off and get through some recording. So I've recorded this Journeyman episode for you, and I'll record the Tottenham video, which I'd like to share with you as well. Just most of you know I'm a Spurs fan, so doing some Spurs content would be good. So that's it from me. Thank you very much again for watching. Take care, have a nice day, and bye for now.